Hi, I'm Owen Critchley, and I'd like to tell you about Easy Home Recording Blueprint and how it could be a game changer for your music career. It's being called the simple, perfect method. Easy Home Recording Blueprint shows home recording artists like you how to make hit quality recordings at home, easier, faster, and cheaper than they ever thought possible. The idea for Easy Home Recording Blueprint came when I was signed to Warner Brothers because of some home recordings I had made. I remember thinking, great. What I didn't know was that things were about to get really complicated and expensive. You see, the way it works is the record label wants to choose the studio that they send their artists to. And these studios cost anywhere from $50 to $250 an hour. I was surprised when all this studio time was charged to me. It was in the record contract, but I guess I didn't read that part. I decided I didn't want to spend thousands of dollars every time I wanted to record a few songs. I thought, why can't I record at home like I used to? Those home recordings that I did, they got me signed in the first place and they sounded great. And I used to record whenever I wanted. So I decided to start recording at home again. Only this time, I was going to make things real simple. I didn't want a mountain of recording equipment between me and my songs. Believe me, I've been in enough studios to know that I hate all the time spent messing around with equipment. I just knew I could get the sound I wanted without a lot of studio toys and equipment. Maybe I was naive, but I decided to go for it. But I didn't tell any of the label guys or the producers that I work with what I was planning. I decided to let my recordings speak for themselves. That was when Easy Home Recording Blueprint was really born. I started planning the absolute simplest way I could get professional quality sound at home. I simplified it, and then I simplified it some more. I must admit, when I looked at my new setup, even I thought I might be a little crazy. I was about to record songs for some pretty heavy hitters in the record business using my home computer, free recording software, 3 cables, 2 mics, and no extra hardware. No mixing boards, nothing. The only extra little thing I put in was an input-output box and, of course, my speakers. But I was determined. So I took a deep breath, and I repeated the phrase I had always told myself. Making great sounding recordings is not rocket science. Making great sounding recordings isn't rocket science. Making great sounding recordings is not rocket science. So began my test. I recorded 5 new songs in my astonishingly simple home studio using the easy recording methods I was counting on. Yeah, I was counting on them to get me out of the expensive recording studios and insane amounts of home recording equipment. The Easy Home Recording Blueprint was about to be tested on some of the best ears in the business. I knew my methods would be literally a fraction of the work in price, but would the pros notice? What would they say? Well, here's what happened. When I played the new songs that I'd recorded, not one of the industry guys could tell I had changed my studio or the way I was recording. In fact, 3 of the songs were used right away in film and TV projects. Like I said, I did not tell these industry folks any of this, and my new simple recording methods have been my little secret. Well, until now, anyway. Here's what some of the folks said after they heard my stuff. The president of Warner Brothers said, wait a minute, let me get this straight. You recorded 2 versions of this song, one you recorded in the studio we sent you to, and one you recorded at home, and you're telling me that I just picked the one you did at home? Holy cow, how the heck did you manage that? Okay, so Brian Gardner, he's an incredible mastering artist who works with No Doubt and Black Eyed Peas, etc. He listened to some of my stuff and he said, oh, and the tunes sound great. Sounds like somebody really knows what they're doing. Mind me ask me what studio we recorded them in? I didn't really tell him. I did them at home. And then one of those tunes got a Billboard award, and they just put, in recognition of your recording of Before the Waves Come, only the highest quality songs make it to the top. This honor demonstrates the talent and dedication it takes to write a hit song. So that was nice. And that was one of those tunes that I had done in this new simple setup. So let's talk about how the Easy Home Recording Blueprint will work for you, and how the recording blueprint method will immediately change your home recording future. Number 1, make great sounding records at home easily. No more spending a ton of money on equipment or recording software. Submit your music with confidence for opportunities like film, TV, record labels, or song contests, or whatever. Release your music to thousands of fans worldwide. We'll talk more about that in a minute. The first part is, getting your music sounding great, but you got to get heard. But we'll talk about that in a minute. Why does the Easy Home Recording Blueprint method, why does it work so well? Okay, well, the blueprint focuses on showing you how to properly capture each sound so beautifully and effectively that you simply don't need complicated recording software and expensive equipment to get clear, room-filling pro sound. The best part is the blueprint makes getting pro quality tracks so simple that recording is exciting and enjoyable like it should be. You'll be able to get blow your socks off sound anytime the spirit moves you. You won't have to try to keep up with every new studio toy and gadget because you'll finally have a simple and affordable home recording method that works. The secret is the simple, perfect method of the home recording blueprint. It includes a specific combination of steps that makes each sound you record healthy and huge as it goes down to your recorded track. Following this easy step-by-step method, it maintains pro-quality sound from the beginning of your session right through to your completed mix. Once your tracks are recorded, the blueprint then shows you how to take total control of the sound of each track with amazing and very simple studio tips and tricks. These tips alone will put you so far ahead of other recording artists that your songs and your music they'll always stand out from the crowd. Think about it. You'll be spending a tiny fraction of what others are spending on their home studios, and you'll be putting in so much less effort. And yet you'll be able to submit your recordings to anyone for any opportunity with total confidence. And that, my friend, is a seriously great position to be in. Easy Home Recording Blueprint is a step-by-step, copy-me-as-you-go recording and mixing method. It's 154 pages with illustrations, examples, and instant solutions to get great sound right away. And there's high-quality embedded audio tips right from my sessions. And there's so much more. You may be wondering, how can I get started? Well, you've got 3 choices to start making hit-quality recordings at home. First, you've got the Easy Home Recording Blueprint Standard Edition. The Standard Edition is the full blueprint method, but it doesn't have the embedded audio. Or you can get started with the Blueprint Premium Edition. With the Premium Edition, you read along and you listen too. Audio tips and tricks with my step-by-step commentary and music from real recording sessions in my studio. You'll be able to listen and build unique beats and monster drum tracks in less than a minute. Hear and follow along as I make this huge vocal texture using just a few tracks. You'll hear how to make a spacious 3D mix as I take you through the mix of a Billboard award-winning song. Or, if you like, you can take your first step to becoming a blueprint artist by signing up for my mini course and get a sort of a sneak peek at the simple blueprint method. Now, the blueprint, like I said, is a complete copy-me-as-you-go learning method. The blueprint actually becomes your recording companion as you keep it open beside you as you lay down your tracks. And you'll be confident and excited to start because you'll know that the blueprint method works. You'll know that it's the exact method that I and other blueprint owners use to record songs and music for movies, TV, CD release, licensing, etc. Another great thing about the Easy Home Recording Blueprint is that it's designed to get you recording pro-quality recordings right away. No waiting around for lessons to sink in because you'll be learning while you're doing. All right, I can't hold it in any longer. I've got to tell you what else I've got for you today. Because I know you'll love being a blueprint artist and you'll be so psyched at the quality of your recordings and the response you're going to get from them. I'm going to make sure you're even more prepared and ready for your new recording future. I've added 2 extremely valuable bonuses to go with your copy of the blueprint if you place your order today. Combined with the Easy Home Recording Blueprint, these have the potential to change everything you've experienced so far, no matter where you are in your music career. When you act today, I'm going to include the musician's blueprint to getting heard by thousands. Once you start making your great sounding recordings at home using the blueprint, you're going to want the world to hear you. My musician's blueprint to getting heard will show you exactly how to be found and heard by thousands of new fans and listeners. You will be found and heard, not by one or two people, but by hundreds of new listeners every day. Right after you pick up your copy of Easy Home Recording Blueprint, I'll begin sending you the blueprint to getting heard, one easy chapter at a time, to show you how to lead thousands of new visitors and new fans to you and your recordings. The second bonus is the featured Blueprint artist page. And that's going to be built at my site, which gets like a ton of visitors. Now, talk about getting seen and heard by thousands. As a Blueprint artist, you'll be able to submit your recordings to the featured Blueprint artist page. You and your recordings are going to get massive exposure to listeners from all over the planet. Oh, is that 2 already? Well, let's make it 3. Because as soon as you get your copy of Easy Home Recording Blueprint, I'm going to give you a special email address. It's just for Blueprint artists, and I'll always be here just an email away for any questions, tips, or advice. And sometimes even if you just want another set of ears to listen to something you're recording. Let me ask you this. Do you ever listen to a song on the radio and wish you could hear your songs recorded like that? Do you ever wish you could toss on a CD and say, hey everyone, this is my new song I recorded? And wouldn't it be nice to watch their jaws drop to the floor? Well, there's no reason you can't have that. The question is, are you ready? Well, only you can answer that. But, maybe you're also asking, what is a career-changing home recording method getting heard by thousands of new listeners and advice and opportunities from a professional producer? What's that going to cost me? Well, the answer to that question is a lot less than you think. You see, the Easy Home Recording Blueprint is something I really believe in, and frankly, it's something that I kind of think is important. So I've made sure the price makes your decision to get total access to this kind of a no-brainer. I don't want the price to be the thing that, prevents you from moving forward. But I am curious. What do you think it's all worth? I mean, make a guess right now, and then let's compare the price to the one that you guessed. Okay, let's compare what others are spending on their home studios. Most often, people are out there buying recording software for $300 to $600. They're getting extra software plugins, effects and compression and this kind of thing for $250 to $600. And most often they're getting a separate mixing board, and that's anywhere from $600 to $1,500 and up. And there's effects hardware, echo, reverb, compression, expansion, all these type of things that can be separate hardware. That's $900, $2,000 easy right there. And most people are investing in a ton of expensive microphones for every little thing. $700, $3,000. I mean, that's minimum. Cables, they got cables coming out of their ears, out of their mixing board, into the external units, into the computer, blah, blah, blah. It goes on. $150, $250 just on cables. All right, so let's have a look at what people are spending in recording studios. Professional studio by the hour can run $250 to $1,200 a day, easy. Professional mixing studio with an engineer, it's $40, $75 an hour. And then most often you need remixes, or somebody wants something changed about the song later, and it's going to be $200 to $400 a song just to change something. And if you want to get it produced by somebody and you need an arranger or a producer, it's going to be $500 to $2,000 per album. Now, okay, compare that to the thousands you'll save using the simple methods in the Easy Home Recording Blueprint. You'll be getting pro quality sound right at home, easier, faster, and cheaper than you ever thought was possible. What was your guess anyway? What did you think the price was going to be today? How about $197.95? Would that be worth spending to save thousands of dollars on the back end and countless hours of learning and effort? How about spending $97.95 to save thousands? Would that be worth it? What if someone asked you to spend only $47.95 to get the future you imagine for yourself and your recordings? So what do you think? Is it $197.95? No. $97.95? No, I don't think so. $47.95. How about this? If you take action today, I'm only going to ask you for the very low one-time investment in the future you want of just $37.95. And that's right. That's the Blueprint Premium Edition with embedded audio. Or if you like, $33.95 for the Recording Blueprint Standard Edition. Okay, so for $37.95, you get everything we've just described above, including the embedded audio of the Blueprint Premium Edition. That means that the Standard Edition with no audio is just $33.95 today. That's the full Blueprint system. And it's all available right now with instant download. The Blueprint's designed to give you a massive shortcut to making your great records at home, making that future that you pictured closer than you ever imagined. How do you imagine yourself, say, in a month from now or a year from now? Do you see a future full of great sounding recordings of your songs? Well, that's great. What were your plans to achieve that, before you came here today? Before you even heard about the Easy Home Recording Blueprint, were you kind of thinking you needed expensive equipment or maybe even to rent some time in a professional studio, just to get the sound that you want? Well, we've seen how much that stuff costs. On the other hand, I'm sure by now you've imagined what it would be like to achieve the recording quality that you want and much more using the simple and affordable methods in the Easy Home Recording Blueprint. And that kind of makes picturing yourself a month or a year from now a lot easier, doesn't it? But I'm more than happy to eliminate any bit of doubt you might have with my 100% risk-free guarantee. When you buy Easy Home Recording Blueprint, you can feel absolutely certain there's no way you can lose. If you don't like Easy Home Recording Blueprint for any reason, you can return it for a prompt and courteous 100% refund of your purchase price. You're free to return it next week, next month, or up to 60 days from now. I'd like to take this guarantee one step further though. You don't have to feel like you must use my methods in order to get a refund. If you find that you just don't have the time or you kind of lose interest or find another course that you like better, then I'll happily refund your money. Will any other course or record producer give you that? Finally, because you're trusting me with your time and your confidence, I want you to keep the free bonuses free of charge. Even if you do return the blueprint, that's a guaranteed gain no matter what you decide. But I would ask you to realize that this is a special offer. You've arrived here today in time to take advantage of this special price for the Home Recording Blueprint Premium and Standard Editions. I can also tell you this video presentation will not stay up for much longer. If you come back and the price you see today is gone, there's nothing I can do. The Easy Home Recording Blueprint is available right now via instant download. When you click the order button just below this video, you'll be sent to a secure payment page at ClickBank. Scroll down and see the order button and click it any time you want. The blueprint is waiting right on the other side and I hope I see you there. But what will happen if you don't grab the Easy Home Recording Blueprint today? Well, nothing much is going to change. The sky's not going to fall. The buses will still be running, but the quality of your recording and your dreams of recording pro quality tracks at home, they'll stay the same as they were yesterday, 2 days ago, and last month. But by placing your risk-free order today, you'll get everything you need to learn to record room-filling, pro-quality tracks fast, easily, and using free recording software. Actually, any recording software that you like, with almost no extra equipment. You'll be able to match the recording quality of virtually any song you hear by established recording artists. In fact, let's hear what regular listeners out there are saying about songs that were actually recorded using the blueprint method. Jim73 says, just gets better with each listen. It flows beautifully, nicely layered, and it builds to a great peak. This is Jim07. The song gets in your head, beautifully recorded. It's done with emotion. I love that. And here's a listener known for compelling interplay between vocals and instruments of varying intensity. Another reason you can be confident in the Easy Home Recording Blueprint is because it's already the best-selling guide in its genre. And even more important than that is this. Not one blueprint has ever been returned. I think it's safe to say everybody's pretty happy with the blueprint. Remember, the only real surprise in store for you is your sudden ability to easily record great sounding music because of the blueprint's unheard of 8-week guarantee. It's $37.95 for the Blueprint Premium with embedded audio tips and examples. That means for the next 2 months, for about 63 cents a day. That's like half the price of a cup of coffee in this neighborhood. You can try the full Easy Home Recording Blueprint and start making hit quality records at home. The Blueprint method is the easiest, fastest, and best way to learn how to record professional quality sound at home. Imagine, step by step, using your own computer and any recording software you like, and you'll be recording your own great sounding tracks right away. You know, something I always say to people that already are using the Blueprint is I say, stand up and stand out. Well, I'll ask you the same thing. Are you ready to stand up and stand out? Order now. Download Easy Home Recording Blueprint and start recording and start succeeding in the new music business. You can use the Blueprint to Getting Heard to find thousands of new listeners and fans, as well as the other valuable bonuses that I've got available today. Get signed as our newest Blueprint artist today. Join the other Blueprinters from 69 countries and 474 cities across the world. Start now. Sound great right away. Look for the order buttons below this video. Well, that's all for me. Here's to your next great sounding record.